It's showtime.
Okay, we are live. Should we just wait for people? It doesn't show that. Oh, no viewers yet. No viewers.
Shall we wait?
Shall we wait? I think we should wait. Or should we just go on? We have zero viewership. Oh. I'll give it one viewership. Hi!
Hmm?
Okay, so I'll just go on
Hello,
now. That's
hello. Yeah,
now.
let's just go on. Just do the intro, we'll let it roll and get the show on the road.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We're back today again. I'm Bing, and together with me, I have Chu Yang. I'm pretty sure by now you know both of us. If you don't, both of us are into Drop the Top. Chu Yang is located in Penang, and I am in KL. We're bonded together by our love of cars, but then again, we also want to talk about other things other than cars. So this is how Talk Thursdays, which is now currently rebranded to Drop the Talk. All thanks to
Drop the top.
Douglas.
Shout out to Douglas.
Yeah, man. And yeah, so from here on out, we'll drop the Talk Thursdays. Join us. Oh, hello. First time
Hello,
join. Hello
hello.
for
Zeroth and
joining.
AM. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining.
yeah, man. All right. So today on Drop the Talk, we'll be talking about something that is very trending ever since the first time MCO hit about 1 year ago, which is investments, financial literacy, financial freedom. So ever since first time MCO started like 1 year ago, I'm pretty sure everyone heard of glove stock, hot glove stock, invest. Wow, I make a lot of money, invest. And because everyone was at home also, everyone, with how uh, the job site was, a lot of people losing their job, not sure what to do, and people making money from this pandemic also. A lot of
Hmm.
people on stocks. Chu Yang, did you jump into stocks?
Let me share with you my investment experience, which is extremely extensive. My portfolio is all
Yes.
green.
Yep.
I have exactly 0 hours spent on stocks and anything related to stocks. I don't even research. I don't read news about stocks, except for the little drama, the interesting stories. So I have zero experience in stocks.
So nothing at all. No
Nothing.
investments whatsoever.
Nope. Nope. Hello, Pig Cartel. Welcome to the show. Zero.
Zero at
No. It's so intangible to me. I
okay.
cannot wrap my head around it. It's like you have this thing
Uh-huh.
that people show, and then everyone sees the same information, and
Yep.
then you put money in, and then after a while your money grows,
Yep.
and then you sell it and you liquidate back out the money,
Yep.
or you throw in money, and then after a while it goes bust and you cannot take out your money anymore. So to me it's just totally intangible.
Okay.
And
Understand.
yeah, I cannot place my figurative or physical hands on it, so I cannot really understand it.
Okay, so for you guys tuning in, let us know. Are you investing in stocks? Are you
Mm,
investing in properties? Are you investing in cryptocurrency, which is now like the trending thing? What are you currently invested in? Or
yeah.
you're like young where you're like, nope, I don't do any investing at all. So my sharing, right, is my mom actually pushed me to start investing ever since I was young. And for her, it is always invest in property. But it was
Mm,
so difficult for me to start investing in property because at that point of time, when I started to go look around at properties, it's so expensive. I cannot
mm,
afford. It
mm,
was like 600K, 700K, and they were saying like, oh, never mind, you use your mom can help you pay first, and then when you reach this age, then you have
yeah,
to pay what is it, like monthly commitments, and then the
yeah.
monthly commitments is like 4K. I'm like, wow, I don't think in a few years I'll be able to earn that amount to happily spend 4K on on my property investment. And it's not even a place that I stay, it's a place that I invest in. And I'm actually quite happy that I didn't invest like few years back because of what's happening right now.
Hmm.
How do you know like how is the property scene in Penang for you?
Property scene in Penang. Okay. It is similar level in terms of pricing when it comes to properties in Penang, especially because
Mm,
at the end of the day, for me, it's supply and demand.
mm,
You can see that Penang market is still very closed and
yep,
is still very limited in terms of development.
yep,
So the places that are developed and are newly developed, they fetch a higher price. Higher price meaning the same one is in KL.
yep,
If comparing dollar to dollar, it will be
yep.
more expensive per square feet in Penang, depending on, of course, which property lah. But on average, it is more expensive per square feet in Penang than KL or same level. It will not be cheaper.
Really? Is it because
Yes.
is it because the land in Penang is so scarce? Maybe that could
Hmm.
be the reason.
Land in Penang is scarce. It's still a lot of rainforest, a lot of areas that cannot be developed, that don't have roads, etc. So the built-up square feet that's available for development in Penang is like a little bit scarce.
Okay.
And there's another thing I think plays a role in Penang's property market pricing
Yep.
because people here don't really believe in depreciation.
What? Really? Everything you buy? What?
Yeah, okay. Why? It's because at the end of the day, supply and demand is based on willing buyer, willing seller, ma,
Yes.
correct? If you have
Yes.
oversupply, people know it's oversupply, people know the value is going down, people sell willing to sell at lower price.
Yep.
Then it sort of like shifts a bit and then it stabilizes.
Mm.
But in Penang, you need to think about it in this way. A lot of property owners are still boomer generation.
Okay.
And if you're
Yeah.
local in Penang, your
Yeah.
exposure is not like quick. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not quick. It's not a quick developing culture where people feed you information, you feed the market information so fast that you easily can be swayed. In KL, for example, I would expect it to flow like this. Hey,
Yeah.
property market going down, and everyone that owns property knows about it, talks about it, is calculating and how they're going to counter, etc. Penang is
Yeah.
like, ah yeah, you invest in this thing, won't go down in price on it will just be stable one. And everyone is like ingrained that mindset in their head.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I buy property, I buy for this price, I cannot sell for lower, it won't go down. Then everyone has that, so the prices just don't go down.
Interesting. Even in Penang, the mindset is really so different as compared to KL. And I actually would have expected a similar mindset because both are very city-like, both are like concrete jungle areas. Hmm. Okay.
Sadly, culture in
Okay.
KL is much more developed in terms of general population and of course general population and the ones a bit older generation. From what I see lah, or what I can observe, KL is just much more developed
Yeah.
than Penang.
Okay.
Hmm.
For those who are just joining us, we are currently talking about property investment. Yeah,
Welcome,
we are
welcome.
KL and Penang, and I have asked everyone to share their investment journey. Oh no, Chuyang is. Oh, okay, Chuyang is back. Chuyang was lagging a while there.
Ah,
I've asked everyone to
stable
share
internet.
what are your thoughts on investment? Do y'all are y'all currently investing in anything, or you think that no, I don't want to put my money in invest. I don't want to put. I just want to keep my money because there are some people like that, and I was a believer of that. I wanted to just
Hmm.
put my money in the bank. I like to see the money, like the amount grow, just like that. Like oh, keep growing, keep growing. So
Hmm.
let's see what some of y'all have to say. Okay,
Mike,
Zero.
yeah, hello, Mike.
Yes, hi Mike. Zero says when you're young, it's good to start investing as you have the power of time and compounding. Don't work for money, let money work for you. Do you believe that, Chu Yang? Person who doesn't invest?
Yes, I think this is, of course, the tried and true example that a lot of people are talking about. All the way in the US, they talk about this too. Warren Buffett made this famous, etc. lah. So make your money work for you, not the other way around. When you're young, you have time. These are all things that I'm sure we all have heard about. And
Yep.
whether or not we execute on this is different. for me, when I hear a statement like this, I think of it very, very differently. Instead
Yep.
of doing it the direct way of putting my money into something and based on your skill or based on your experience and judgment and
Yep.
market information, get money
Yep.
back. I use
Yep.
it very differently. I put money into myself, into experiences, into
Yep.
seeing and trying and tasting and feeling different things. And that in turn became my experience in a way on how to elevate
That
myself. And then
that's an
from there, I earn money.
that's an interesting point because there have been people that have been arguing that when you are young and you have a business such as yourself, you should invest money into your own business.
Hmm.
So Chuyang,
Yep,
maybe
100%.
you want to share a bit about your experience with that, like your background, then your money you put back into your business.
I think businesses is like owning a business is like having a baby. You
Okay.
you need to feed it. Like
Yep.
it's just the way it is. You need to feed it, otherwise it will just not grow.
Yep.
Or worse, it dies. So feeding your business can mean hiring people. It can mean investing in tools. It can mean buying new equipment. It can mean buying new coffee machine for the cafe
Mm.
or new furniture or investing in new menu design or investing in R&D. So I think a
Yep.
lot of this is where a lot of my time and resources go to, which is just to invest
Yep.
in this kind of my platform, which is already there, right? And
Yep.
of course, I'm a used car dealer. Sounds so bad when you say it's the reputation in Malaysia. So of course, I'm a used car dealer. I buy workshop tools to invest back into the workshop to then generate a little bit more money. So that
Mm.
is my perspective of investment instead of putting money into a market, a stock market,
Yep.
which
Yep.
I cannot control or
Yep.
which this is something that I've touched on just now. The stock market is something I cannot see, I cannot touch, I cannot feel, I cannot grasp. Either, okay, not either lah. It's both because first of all, I'm a noob at it. I don't understand it, and second
Yep.
of all, I don't have any way to see or feel other than to spend a lot of time doing research.
Mm.
Whereas my father's company right now is already set up. We're in the automotive business for quite some time.
Yep.
And we have the dealership business, we have the used car business, we have the workshop business, etc. So we are more keen on investing in an already established platform.
Yep.
So from there, we sort of use that as a amplifier for our money instead of stocks, which is an amplifier for money too, if you know how to use it well.
Understand.
Hmm,
It's so
hmm,
interesting you should say that because uh so let me share a bit about my journey. So
hmm,
I have very good friends and I have one friend, she is very very good at investing. So she
hmm,
has been in the game for very long and she started investing I think 1 or 2 years back. And I honestly
hmm,
regret not investing earlier. Uh I got into the investing world, I would say early this year, where I forced myself,
hmm,
okay, to invest. And before that, there's actually so many things that you have to do prior investing. This I'm just talking about the stock market. Like you said, there's actually so much research that you have to do. You actually have to read up on who you are investing in, the company you're investing in. And if you're a long
yeah,
time investor, you have to understand where you're putting your money into. You have
yeah,
to be confident and know what is the reason you're investing in because there are just so many type of investors out there, whether you're high risk, low risk, long term, short term, and you have to understand yourself. That's one thing. The
hmm,
other thing is, I think investing is very emotional and psychological as well because you would be so there was one point of time where every morning I would check the stock market, the stock price for the stocks that I invested in. I would see like, it increased by like 5 cents. 5 cents so I'm making like a lot of noise. And it would decrease like 10 cents. And I'm like, oh my God, I lost that. I calculate. But all of this is just paper loss. But it actually takes a lot of time to
hmm.
invest and is a consistent thing. Every day you have to read the news. You have to be aware of whatever that is happening. And it's like a
Yes,
domino
yes, yes.
effect. let's say one thing happens, it will affect so many other things, and you have to kind of understand the lingo, understand the terminology that is being used, and see how one industry might impact every other industry. So
Yeah.
I think to me it's a very good learning curve, even though I
Mhm.
might invest in the, let's say touch wood lah, I didn't invest in the wrong company, but let's say I invested in the wrong company lah. And I think it's a very good learning curve, and I will take it as tuition fees lah. But
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
we're talking about, which is your own business. Ever since I started this, I also actually put a hold on stock market investments, because number one, I also do find like I have limited time to catch up with everything that is going on. So
Mm,
want
exactly.
really invest in something where people say, you just invest here, can one lah. I don't want to be that type of investor where it's like blind faith. Like you just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
because someone tells me to put here and will gain money one. Because in the
Mm,
end, if you don't if you don't get the earnings back, who would you blame? You only have yourself to blame. I don't want it to be like, hey, my friend tell me put there and then now I lose money. Yeah, I shouldn't have listened to that friend. I don't want it to end up that way. I
mm,
want myself, like personally, I want to be responsible for the type of investments that I put my money into, and I know
mhm,
what I'm committing to lah. So
mhm,
yeah, I also actually stopped investing for now, like put a pause there. But I must say, I really learned them a lot. It was like a crash course for me lah. Reading up, cause
mhm.
like you see so many stocks out there.
Yep.
Anyone want any tips? Please just comment, yeah, so that we can read up about it after this. Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, I think a secondary purpose to why we invest in the stock market is to have very good general knowledge. I see that's the main advantage of being actively trading in stocks that you see. You have a very good macroeconomic kind of knowledge and understanding.
Yes.
Totally, it kind of warps your perspective and how you analyze things. It's
Yes.
totally from a different angle. It's no longer micro short term.
Correct.
It's more longer term macro. How you pick up on stuff. Oh, this happened. Huh, how can I relate this piece of information with another piece of information right there?
Yeah.
Huh.
Correct. So my friend that has been investing like about 2 years already, she'll be like, "Oh, this happened. Just watch how it'll affect the banks." And it's a totally different industry. Then I'm like, "How can
Yep.
this affect the banks?" So she was telling me the train of thought. And I was like, "Oh, this is actually very very interesting. I
Yep.
didn't know this is how things work, but okay, it's an interesting thought process behind it, and it's a very good way to learn how the world actually works."
Hmm.
And there's also another way of doing it. So I'm coming from the POV that I am doing the investment myself. There's also
Mm-hmm.
another way where you use a reminder. So a reminder
Yeah.
basically, yeah, you give him money, you say, hey, I want to invest here, and he or she uh will tell you, oh, okay, this stock is doing good, this stock is not doing good. Maybe you want to look into this, but at the end of the day, also it's up to you whether you want to do it or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you
I
highlight the comment from Zeroth? I think it's Zeroth or Kane investing in car rebuild. Yeah, it's from Kane Ng from car rebuild and resell depending on good buyer and luck. This is essentially how
sorry.
uh can find. I think it's the last comment and a few
uh,
back also. Yeah, I want to just quickly
Investing in
touch on
car
this point.
rebuild.
It is essentially yes how a used car business should work. This is called reconditioning a car. It's as simple as that. It is at the same time, it is something you can touch, you can feel, you can see, and how well in the end you sell that car for is the quality of your reconditioning process, the quality of your workshop, the quality of your manpower, the selling skill that your salesperson have, and overall, it is very, very dependent on the local dealer that does this for you, right? Of course, we see stories from Auto Detailer or Darren Chang, shout out to them, which charge amazing prices for amazing products. So this is just skill-based investment. He invested time into himself, into the workshop, into the tools, into the technology. He learned the curve, and he came out on top. So actually, Darren is
Yeah.
someone that I really, really look up to. I look up to all these skill businesses, and I always wonder how they got to that point. And if you think about it another way, let's take bread as an example. Bread is essentially flour, water, salt, yeast, maybe some sugar, depending on what bread you make, lah, but that's essentially the few ingredients that you have, either egg or milk, depending on what bread. And some people can sell a loaf of bread for 30 to 50 ringgit. Some people can only sell it for 3 ringgit. So this is how skill, technology, equipment, all these assets, intangible or tangible, can amplify the value of raw materials. Same goes with, that's why I'm so fascinated with F&B. F&B, everyone has access to the same chickens. Everyone has access to the same beef, the same eggs. Of course, the supplier is different, lah, but at the end of the day, it is still that product that
Yeah.
is the same. And
Yeah.
how people can sell fine dining courses for like 2,000 a meal, 3,000 a meal. And some people just, the what they call it, economy rice auntie can sell it for like 20 ringgit, then you're like, wow, shit, this is like digging my goal already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess you can say the same for clothing as well, for
Mhm.
bags as well,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah. Yeah. It is
Okay.
totally skill based.
Okay, so before we get into that, that is also an interesting topic that we want to touch on. I just want to highlight this comment from KM. I personally keep a small portfolio in some of these easy apps to save money, like Stashaway, and also save money every month to buy property by the time I'm 25. How old are you? Wow. Buy property by the time 25 to rent out. Very good.
Oh, that
I
mindset is,
Yeah, amazing mindset. Please continue.
yeah.
Don't forget
Mm.
to buy a job also.
Buy the property first. Renting out the property will finance your drop the top.
Okay, so we're getting into this topic already. You bought a car first, right?
Hmm.
Do you regret buying a car first?
Nope.
Why?
For me, it's very different. Why? Because I am in this industry. I have the necessary tools and the people, the team people, same thing, equipment, platform
Mm,
to buy cars and restore them and use them at a little bit of a benefit compared to normal people. If you guys
yeah.
don't know the story behind my E93 M3, I bought the car. I spent right now around 60, 70K on it just
Can
for restoration. Totally can buy another Miata. I think if you add up the total, the car purchase and the restoration cost, it costs more than a 2017, 18 Mazda Miata. Yeah, more than that. So, and that 60, 70K is cost price, bros. Insist is cost price. Because my workshop, of course, this is okay. It started out like this. Of course, I wanted a VA. Of course, I wanted to drop the top. That's the
Yeah,
romantic part of the car buying process. But
yeah,
the logical part was that okay, I want to really test
yeah,
how good my workshop is. Are they able to consistently repair, service, and make sure this 11-year-old car is always in good condition, drivable, none of the crazy issues that is all over on the forum? How good are
yeah.
they in diagnosing? So this is a little bit of a test for my company as well. And yeah, no one in the company knows up until now, but me and my dad, when we bought the car, were like, this will be a fantastic test for them. Test, and see if they can do. Then this will be one business in itself. Because
Okay,
if they can do this, we can buy old cars, restore old cars, and sell restored cars.
okay. So
I thought
some
you outsource. No, 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 no. We outsource only the parts that we don't have. For example, leather upholstery. We don't have that equipment. We don't have the skill. We don't have the necessary thing. So we outsource that completely. But in terms of mechanical restoration, sourcing the parts, installing the parts, getting it all checked, ready to go, even the convertible roof that everyone says will break, but until now never break, that
True.
is all done by our workshop. Thank you, Fang
Chuya,
Fang.
your videos, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I don't really post a lot these days, but thank you.
Okay, so for you guys who are watching, do you think you should buy property first or a car first? And if so,
Hmm.
tell us why
Yeah.
and whether it's an investment. I think I got lucky my with my purchase cause I never got into this investment mindset up until I think maybe 1 year ago, 1 2 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, and I quite regret it. Before that, it was I'm very carefree, so I'm always like it's okay lah. I'll be able to do it. I think can one. Oh, right now I just live in the moment and I don't
Hmm.
plan far ahead. So at that point of
Hmm.
time, I was driving a Viva, very happy with the Viva. And then Bobby is like, hey, what car? What's your dream car? And then we went to
The
see.
famous story.
Yeah, then I was like, I already work in the automotive scene. So I think I feel like I should get a car. And then at that point of time, I could afford. So I literally took out all my savings that I saved up from working part time and I put the down payment for my MX-5. But lucky for me, the car appreciated in value. So as I understand, I bought it at a lot of people ask me, I bought it at about 80 plus K. Now it's the last I saw is going for about 100K. So I'm very lucky lah. Very, very lucky.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not about the what do you call it, the projected investment value, but these things
Mm,
do somehow appreciate depending on the culture shift, depending
correct.
on the entire macro culture and the acceptance of things like this. You will look at watches. My watch,
Yeah.
this is an Omega, this old, very old Omega Seamaster passed down by my dad long time ago, right?
Yep.
When he bought it, it was like 3 4K ringgit.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was actually a honeymoon trip. Then he bought this watch.
Yep.
Yeah, super sweet honeymoon trip. He bought this watch. They had a couple watch. So now this watch is with me. Then
Yes.
I was just curious. I was searching. Huh? The price of this watch almost doubled to from when he bought it. It's around 6 to 8K depending on condition.
Yep.
So things like this finer things, mechanical things, sometimes appreciate and sometimes of course drop value lah. Cannot
Correct.
really tell one. It's
Correct. I
also
think
a form of investing, I think.
correct. I think it doesn't I think you cannot just say, oh, this you have to do property, you have to do stocks, you have to do whatever it is. I think everything there is a form of investment, like you said, watches. Because like he loves watches and he will also say like, oh, if you buy this watch in a few years, it will increase in value, you can sell. It's a form of investment.
Yes.
Yeah, so it really depends, and I think yeah, cars as well, definitely. What other things? Shoes. I know a lot of people flip shoes as well.
Yes.
Shoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's highlight Eugene Chiam's question. If you had 1 million cash, what what would your
Whoa.
go-to side business idea be? Talking about the same line that we talked about, right? What I would
Yep.
do with this 1 million is to start a something like a flipping business. What I
Yeah.
would do is find F&Bs that are closing down or will be closing down, invest that money into a warehouse, buy up all the necessary equipment from all these F&B businesses that are closing down, and then resell to upcoming F&B businesses.
So you want to restore F&B businesses?
Not restore, just voucher off of their equipment, their used equipment, their maybe freezer lah, refrigerator lah, repair and then sell to upcoming business owners.
Mm,
That is a, I tell you, that is a business. I just don't have the money and time to do all this. But
So you
look at
source the
how MCO,
you
sorry,
source the parts, you restore, and you sell.
you find a technician that can just do the parts and then do for you, lor.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So you basically go to a half cut shop, you find good parts, you restore, and then you resell.
Hmm. Not exactly half cut shop lah, but just any shop. And most of these F&B places, if they open 1 to 3 years, the equipment is not in bad shape one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Why I chose this path or chose this answer? Because look at how many F&B businesses close down and recycle through
Yep.
one MCO or actually
Yep.
2.0 or 3.0, don't know now. But over the course of this COVID-19 pandemic, how many cafe do you know that close down and open back up as another cafe?
Yep.
A
Yep.
lot.
Yep.
And if you start out a cafe, if you're in the F&B business, you know how much your investment is or should be, and you know how long it will take for you to make cups of coffee and then recover all this equipment.
Mm.
If you can restore the equipment to a working order, good condition, and then resell it to them to start their businesses, it not only is profitable for you, but it's a very, very good thing for them. I tell you, buying equipment new is painful startup cost for F&B. It is one of the
Yeah.
most painful one.
Hon-
Takes 3 to 5 years on average to recover.
Especially your coffee grinder, the coffee machine, that thing itself. Oh, yeah, I can
Wow.
imagine. So expensive.
I tell you, if you sell my machine used, 80K people will still buy it.
Your machine is a
My
Miata.
machine my machine new was 120K. I didn't buy new. I bought a demo unit, like demo car. I bought a demo unit and then repainted. And then yeah,
Still can repaint. Wait.
value added.
Okay, my one
Yeah.
million dollar. If I had 1 million ringgit, sorry, I think my idea is a bit boring one, but I always feel that we should always give back to the community. And for me, 1 million ringgit, I would actually come up with a very good old folks home, because I
Mm,
know that there are old folks home around, but we don't have the confidence of, okay, I know it's not in our culture to send our parents to an old folks home. I know it's definitely not, but I would want, like, based on what's happening now, the current generation, a lot of us are growing up and saying like,
mm.
I don't want kids. And when you don't want kids, what happens? Like, who's going to take care of you? Essentially, that is the question now. Who's going to take care of you when you are old? How are you
Yeah.
going to take care of yourself? Are you going to check yourself into an old folks home? I think if for me, if I don't have kids, I would probably want to check myself into an old folks home, because I know that if
Mhm,
anything, there's someone there who is younger that I'm paying monthly to take
mhm,
care of me, is in case I suddenly get a heart attack and then just drop dead on the floor and my heart stops working for a while. So I would actually take the money, invest in a proper old folks home where you can give proper care, proper tender loving care, and people actually believe in what you want to do and don't feel like it's a scam. Because I feel a lot of old folks home, a lot of people still don't have the confidence to
yeah.
send their parents, their grandparents
Mm,
in. And also because a lot of people feel like, yeah, you don't love me anymore, send my parents in there, whatever it is lah. But
yeah.
I think the upcoming future, I think there will be a lot of us checking ourselves into old folks home. And I really think it's a damn cool place. It's like, hey, all of us old already, let's sit around, play mahjong. Like, friends gathering, because all of us retire already. We're old, we cannot. We like, ayo, did you shit today? Ayo, today constipated. I cannot. You let, ayo, my blood, ayo, last night. I really think I see them law.
Mm,
Yeah, I
mm, mm, mm.
invest in something like that lah. So yeah, great
That's
question.
great. That's great.
Great question. Great question.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. Hello, hello. New people joining.
that's great. If you have, oh, sorry. Yes, thank you everyone for joining. I realized a spike. So we're currently talking about investments and we're taking questions from you guys. So if you have any questions, please drop it in.
Mm.
Fang, that's great if you have 1 million, but what if you just started working? How would you invest with 1K then? Do you have any any sound advice to give?
Yeah, it's always great talking about theoretical. If we had this, what would we do? And the answers are always very nice. Yeah, seems possible. But then when we actually have that money, I think it will be very different what we do with that money.
That's true.
Okay, now it's very realistic. 1K, what would you invest in? Huh? Flipping stuff. I think that's the easiest way you get a discrepancy in price. Flipping items below 1K, or like the item you should try and find. Flip items, yes. I really think that is not a big culture in Malaysia, but it works. I
But
would
you
think
know
that
what
it works.
items to flip as well, right?
Sorry?
You have to know what type of items to flip. You cannot simply
Yeah,
flip items.
yeah. You need to know basically what you like to do, and then what is your passion. Then from there, you would have a better ground understanding of, okay, this should go for this price instead of that price, right?
Okay.
And it slowly trains you to negotiate, etc.
Mm.
Have you tried flipping items before? No, but it's always been something. I flip cars, technically under my business. I flip cars. So yeah, in a way I have, in a way I have not. In terms of personally, have I went out to buy items from people and then sell it to another buyer? No, this one I haven't. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I want to go back to the question just now. I would say okay. So for Fang Fang, I am thinking that I'm guessing that you are younger than us lah, right? I'm just guessing, could be wrong. But your 1K, I would say this is minus all your commitments, everything that you have to use for the month and including your emergency fund. So this is heavily conveyed across from a lot of uh financial literacy people, all those financial goddess, whatever lah. They always say
Mm,
if you should always ensure that your emergency fund is there first before you start investing. So make sure that you have an emergency fund before you have money to play around in investment. So if you don't have your
mm,
emergency fund, then no, don't invest
mm,
yet.
mm,
This is based on what I've learned. So only invest if you have money to play around with. Please don't stretch yourself so thin and have no emergency fund. After all your commitment, you're like, okay, I take this money, I go invest. But then
mm.
again, you could be high risk baller type. By all means,
Yep,
just know what you
yep.
are getting yourself into. Lor.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. Okay. What
What would you
else?
do with 1K, though, Bing?
Me 1K. 1K clean, like after I've put into
Yeah,
savings and
yeah. You have just 1K extra to spend on investments and etc. How would you use that 1K? 1K is actually very hard to use for generating money, right?
I would actually I would actually start a side business, Like I damn regret. Like even now I see so many people. I think Malays, I have to give it up to the Malays. They're very entrepreneurship type of mindset where they buy and they sell. And it's all small, they're all very small items. It could be very, very small, like stickers. You buy stickers, you
Mm,
make
mm, mm.
stickers, and you can earn money,
Yeah,
one. You
true,
earn
true, true,
money.
true, 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 true,
So
true.
take money and do a small business side, very small hustle. It could be like you buy notebooks and you sell, you buy pens and you sell, and you earn that
Mm,
money, you grow, and then you invest in like stock
mm.
market or whatever. Because at
Yeah,
the same time,
yeah, yeah.
you educate yourself on what you are prepared to go in. For example, I do this side business thing, or it could be drop shipping, whatever lah. Can make money one. You
Mm,
while doing this, you educate yourself. You read books on stock market, rich dad, poor dad, all those financial books. Get yourself ready, educate yourself, get prepared to go into the stock market and invest.
mm,
Yeah, I would say that's what I would do with my 1K lah. Man, if only I would
mm.
have. This is what I would tell myself if I could travel back in time.
Okay,
What
okay.
else? Hi, how are you guys personally doing financially? Personally doing not financially. I guess financial standing.
Yeah, I guess that's the question.
Go, Chuya, go.
I am comfortable.
Like
That's the crazy. That's the
Very
crazy rich Asians answer. No, of course I'm comfortable. I live with my parents still, so I don't pay rent. I just pay for my car, and all the money I earn, I spend on nothing. I don't really buy a lot of cloud stuff like new shoes, new stuff. No, this is all my clothes are like old clothes, that are just
define
from Uniqlo. Huh?
define old.
Old, 5 years old. This one is like 5, 6 years old. All my clothes
Right.
are around this age,
Okay. So
except for
guys,
the flowery Uniqlo one.
you don't need to. Okay.
Yeah. So actually, I just spend
Do you
money on my car installment.
do
That's
you
about it.
save?
And repairing. Sorry.
Do you save?
Yeah, of course I save. I don't spend it on anywhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, financially, now I'm not earning money, ma. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the very typical kiam siap type. I don't like to spend money one. So I like to see money in my bank and I like to see it grow. I'm like, wow, after how many after 1 month, then wow, increase again. It just continues to grow. So I guess because of my personality, it has gotten me to where I am and I am able to come out and start doing my own thing and survive for a while. So I think that includes paying off all my commitments lah, this lah, that lah, whatever. So yeah, I think financially I'm okay, but I cannot take it for granted lah. If not, I'll start slacking already. I'm like, I can live for these few months. Can not, I don't need to work. Don't have to put so much effort into whatever I'm doing. I cannot be contented with what I have now. I think that's very important.
Mm.
Okay, so this comes from O.O. Whatever you do with your money, don't ever believe those so-called guru with their nonsense financial advice or ways to earn money. You take everything. You have to judge for yourself, ma. Right? If someone tell you, "Hey, you take 5K, you go invest in top wealth now," would you do it? You really would have to judge for yourself. They are just telling you based on their experience. It could be genuine, it could be insincere, whatever it is. You always have to take everything with a pinch of salt and judge for yourself. Or I would say, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Any,
Yep. Mm.
uh,
I don't like all these gurus selling stuff, and all their programs work the same way. They get you excited, they get you
yeah.
motivated, they get you pumped for life, stir your passion, and
Mm,
then they would charge you an entry fee to be in their course, right?
mm,
And it's not the full course. They charge you, for example, 1K lah, 1K, then you go to their course. It's actually just a place for them to do more marketing. Let's say 500 people join the course, they would sell another limited time offer, limited capacity course, which costs
mm,
10K. And
mm,
then there is the mentorship program. And then the mentorship program, you need to pay for the VIP mentor, mentee, super personalized shit fucking program that you pay 100,000K for. Well, I really cannot. This is like, for me, this is no different than cheating money. It's like, I say something make you happy, then you give me money.
I
I cannot. I don't respect this kind of business people.
I personally haven't experienced any of this before. Cause I always
I
just
hate them because I almost paid for it.
stupid lah. For
I
me,
was young.
even like growing up, I never like. I'm sorry if anyone who's an insurance agent. Sorry, Lenny. But
Lenny.
yeah, so if you all got any insurance questions, please let me know so I can tell you. I can ask him. But yeah, I hated insurance agents. Anyone that come up to me and ask, "Oh, you want to buy insurance?" I know, no, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Until one day my mom's like, "Hey, you have to buy insurance." I'm like, "Oh, is it? Oh, okay." Then only I was like, "Okay, I have to find insurance agent." If not,
Mm, mm, mm.
I hate. So yeah, I'm always very wary with salespeople and I don't like
Mm.
salespeople. Sorry, Lenny. I don't like salespeople. So yeah,
Hey,
moving
CPU. CPU.
on. Try to use 1 million buy car and resell the car for good price and keep going and can reach to 10 million. How you say paying entry? I think easier said than done lah.
Easier said than done, definitely. Easier said than done, man. You need to know. buying and selling a car that's priced 1 million
Mm.
and buying and selling a car that's priced 10 million
Mm.
is astronomical in their difference of difficulty, the support your team needs, the amount of expertise your team needs to have. It
Yep.
is, whoa. And that's why so many people can do used cars. So many people can sell passenger cars, but not everyone, not every company can sell expensive luxury cars or drop the top. It's like that.
Mm.
Cars are like that. It's with anything lah. Selling a watch for 1K and selling a watch for 100K, totally different thing, right? Yes,
Mm.
that's the main concept. I like to share a story about my entrepreneurship journey. When I was a little kid, right? When I
Mm-hmm.
was a little kid in standard six,
Mm.
I had a lot of comic books. The comic books, I think some of you might know, some of you might not. It's called 哥妹俩. And it's a weekly comic book about a brother and sister, and then they just go on adventures lah. And every story is supposedly one kid naughty, the other kid trying to make them not do stupid shit, and in the end he hurt himself or something, then he learned his lesson, and then
Yep.
that lesson will be like teaching kids to be like this, to be like that. So that was a lot of our childhood, our favorite books, comic books. And then I went to this school called Kiao Guang in Kiao Guang in Standard
Okay.
6.
Yep.
And then a lot of people in my class wouldn't have the money to spend on these comic books because their parents don't give them allowance.
Yep.
And my parents really encouraged me to read because my Chinese is damn shit. So they're okay, you want to buy Chinese comic book? Buy. So from there, I was like, okay, I buy these comic books already. Then it's just at my room. Then so
Mm.
many people come and ask me, hey, can I borrow your book? Can I borrow your book? Can I read? Can I read? Can I read? Then I'm like, as a kid, I don't know where this idea came from. I'm like, I'm going to be a paid
Rent out.
library. Yes, I rent out my fucking comic books. So I was calculating. I didn't even know what the fuck was break even point, profit, all this. I didn't count. I was just like, okay, this book. I straight away asked them, how much would you pay me if I rented this book to you? And then they're like, I give you 1 ringgit a day, lor. And then the book cost like I think 7 ringgit, 5 or 7 ringgit. I can't remember it. Then they're like, I pay you 1 ringgit per day lah. Then I read today, I give back to you tomorrow.
Yep.
And then from there, I'm like, that's the market rate. That's the market rate. I have each episode, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or from starting from whatever number lah. I made a little paper. I wrote down, this rent to who, side,
Oh, that
this rent to who, this rent to who, and then every
very.
every few days I was like, hey, time to return my book. I got another buyer.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck up, way. I was fuck up as a kid.
How old are you?
Standard 6, so before standard 6, I think around standard 4, so around 10 years old, I guess, 10, 11.
Oh man.
Fuck
I
up. And because you were a kid, you got no experience.
Yep.
Then you know who I tried to market to? I tried to
Who?
market to the discipline teacher. Your kid want book or not?
Are you serious?
Yes. And then he was like, eh, what? what what book, what does my kid need? And then ask me, he pretend he asked me more information. Oh, then I divulge all my secrets. I'm like, okay, I rent you this book for this amount of money, then your child can read law, then after a few days you can return to me law. I can take from him also directly, it's okay one. And then straight away kena discipline.
Very good. Ballsy lah, ballsy.
Damn stupid, I didn't even think. I just wanted money.
When I was young, right, I also had an episode like this, quite similar. And I totally forgot until you brought your story up. So, last time, I don't know whether Penang got lah, where there's this uncle that goes around driving a lorry. I would say like a lorry. The snacks all hanging out at the back one. Yeah,
Oh, those were lovely.
I always go out of my house like in the evening time and I will buy. Then there's this snack in this small soda plastic one where you open and then you like eat. And it's candy. It's small candy. So I will buy some and I go to school and then I eat. Then my friends will ask, hey, can try. Then I realize, hey, they like one or and then my friends will say, hey, can help me buy. Then I like, oh, okay. Then I started helping buying lor. Then slowly buy. Then I slowly sell. Then I just sell at a higher price. Then slowly my whole drawer was filled with RM1. Then my parents like, where you get all the money from? Right? Then I'm like, and then during perhimpunan, the head mistress or headmaster at the point of time was like, okay, for all the children, I don't know who, if you are doing some small perniagaan and selling some stuff, please stop, okay? Then everyone, literally everyone during perhimpunan look at me, you know. Then I was like, wow, fuck already, oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and that was like a one-off thing. I don't even know. I was like, I didn't even know I was doing business. Then I was like, oh, got money. I got more money
Yeah,
to buy.
yeah. We got opportunity to make money. Oh man.
That was it.
Oh man.
Okay,
This
pick
kid.
some. Sorry.
Ah, I just wanted to share a funny story also. This kid wanted to do business also. He ended up taking a coupon for 10 ringgit,
Mm.
the free coupon that you get at supermarket.
Sell.
He sell me the coupon and I was dumb enough to buy. Because I was thinking, I want to buy for mommy because I know mommy goes to this supermarket. Then I buy for 10 ringgit, give to my mom. I'm like,
Oh, so sweet. That's quite sweet lah.
That's stupid. That's very stupid but very sweet. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
someone asked me my coffee machine. Jonathan T asked me my coffee machine 100K. Yeah, around there, lor. It's the Slayer Espresso, handcrafted in Seattle, but owned by Italians. Do you
Okay.
know opening cafe so expensive? Yes, it is.
Fast questions are. What's the one thing you like to change about yourself?
You want to take it first? Let me think.
I wish I don't know how to answer also. I'm quite
Right.
content myself. Change
I
about
think
myself.
I think for me, I would always like to keep changing. That so there's no one thing that ties me down. I'm like, okay, this is something that I have to improve on. I would just like to continuously improve in all aspects.
To me, you don't like now, then you just change lah. There's no like, I was like that for so long. If you don't like now, then change lah. Like, you
Yeah, lor.
fat, then you exercise now lah. That's it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
wow, these all interview questions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I can answer this.
Okay, interview time.
I see myself as a 33-year-old. Done. Your turn.
What the shit? 5 years. Oh man, 5 years. My original goal 3 years ago when I said where do I see myself in 5 years was I wanted to solidify our company as one of the top five automotive dealerships or groups in Malaysia. And the more I dive into this industry, the more I find that it's such a big challenge. And saying, giving yourself as a little kid, like fresh grad, 5 years, I want to change the industry, I want to be top five. It just sounds like kids talk now. It's just like, okay, how do we get there? The goal is still the same, but the time frame extend. Now it's about executing. How do we get there? Yeah.
Speaking about that, right? I think if I was younger, I would really come out and just start business straight away. Cause you're so gung ho, you know, when you're young, you ignorant. You think you can conquer the world one. And if you're young,
Yeah.
please go and try and do it. Because that's when your fire is burning. That's where your ember is, you know. And
Yeah.
that fuel. And I think that is something that I really miss. Because now, right, I'm so realistic. It's so boring. It's like, if I do, then you calculate everything. You're so realistic with everything. But when you're young, right, you're so you love taking risks. You love trying to see whether you can
Yes.
die or not.
Yes. Yes.
I think that now I'm very careful, which is like very sian sometimes. I was like, oh, I want that back. And I think
Hmm.
that very good when you are trying to start a business where like, everything just try, fuck it, try. People don't like, fuck it, I try again, I try again, I try again. Now when people don't like something, you're like, why they don't like? Is it because of this? And then you analyze every fucking thing, which is damn annoying one.
Hmm.
In that
Yeah.
case, please go out, try everything. Waste all your money. Try everything. Do everything.
Yep, totally agree. Try everything, do everything, taste everything, feel everything. Then from there, that's where experience comes from, right? Fucking up,
Correct.
from
Correct.
trying, not liking, liking, loving, not loving, hating. Yeah, it's. I think it's natural progression. I don't know why people spend so much time thinking about whether or not they should try. It's always try, unless it's like dangerous, risk, life threatening shit lah. Like should I try to
Yeah.
jump off the fifth floor and not die? Of course, don't do stupid shit like that. But in general,
But you should
try
try like
different things is good.
because you got parachute.
Yeah, like, that's a different thing. That's okay. All
Okay.
right.
We are
Hmm.
56 minutes. I think we should head into game time. So we are
Yes.
introducing something new. And I'll
Yes.
Yang take the floor on this. Thank you everyone for all your questions.
Thank you. Thank you. And I saw some CPU friends. Hello. I don't know who you are from your panda, but yeah, CPU, CPU the best. Okay, so this session is called Drop the Talk or Keep It Up. Why? Because when you're in a drop the top, you can either choose to drop the top, or in this case, drop the talk, or keep it up, which is just have it on, keep moving, bye bye, next topic. Okay, so Bing gets to choose whether or not we drop the talk or keep it up. First
Okay.
topic, radio DJ makes TikTok about a teacher teaching on live TV, making fun of her. Do we want to drop the talk or keep it up?
Keep it up.
Keep it up. Okay. Local F&B in Penang
Yep.
gets viral review over not letting the customer taking in a birthday cake and refusing to take photos for them.
Drop the talk.
Drop the talk. Okay, this is when I give a little bit more insight into the story. So basically, this is one of my favorite restaurants in Penang, and it gives me memories of European life, right? Because
Yep.
they are very outgoing in their food, in their presentation and stuff. I love their food. Absolutely
What
fantastic food.
cafe is this? It's all over news already. What cafe is this?
Jalu.
Jalu. Okay.
Yeah. Jalous. Jalu. They
Mm.
make one of the best pastas I've ever had. Like compared to Europe, that type of like crazy good. Right. So this person, I don't remember the name. This person went there to patronize a cafe. They were like, hey, can you take photo for me? And they were like, no. And then, can I cut birthday cake here? And they're like, no. Why? Okay, it will make sense once I explain the cafe concept to you. It is like an European or Parisian bistro. If you remember working there, there's usually only one frontline staff, correct?
Mm.
And the two or three people is in the kitchen, and then the restaurant seating is like four, not four lah, like 8 to 15 tables, very very small, and only
Yep.
one person handling the whole floor, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So from an operational perspective, of course, I cannot cut cake for you and take picture for you while all the other tables are waiting on me to bring their food.
Yep.
So they refused. This person went on social media, wrote a long freaking essay bashing them, saying that no bad service I want everyone that wants to go here and then that whole thing went viral.
Yep.
That review went viral. Everyone caught wind of it. Everyone chipping in their 2 cents. Even people that didn't go to that place
Yep.
started to bash that place, even though they've never experienced it before. What do you think about this issue?
I think people should stop judging so fast. I think people should understand from two sides
Mm,
before, like you say,
yeah.
like bashing immediately. I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are too comfortable on social media now, where they don't
Yeah,
think about the repercussions before putting out. You don't know how it will
correct,
affect someone, something,
correct,
business,
correct.
whatever it is. You don't think about, or we don't even think about, uh, why did they refuse to take cake? Yeah, it sounds bad, but why? Is there a reason to
Mm,
it? You find out
yeah.
that I just don't want lah. We just don't want. Then yeah, they are shit. You can say they are
Mm,
shit. But if you
mm,
find out the actual reason and you're like, oh okay, I can empathize with that. I get that. Then I don't think you should bash lah.
mm. And at the end of the day, I can empathize with both sides because
Yep.
I sort of run an F&B also. I understand where they're coming from.
Mm,
And yeah, as Jonathan T said in the comments, a lot of people have said their reviews are bad. I don't think their service is bad,
yep.
but it is, of course, not excellent fine dining kind of service. That's not what they're going for.
Okay.
And from there, I feel like it is both sides a little bit wrong. You
Mm,
shouldn't be so quick and jump on something and then try to. When you see the review, it is written in a way that the intention is to get people not to go there.
mm,
I don't think that's a review. I think that's a personal opinion.
okay.
People should learn how to write reviews. Reviews are objective and are usually open-ended. For me, that's what I think a review should be. I let you know my experience, what is good, what is bad, what I think can be improved. So this is constructive criticism for both the establishment
Yep.
and of course yourself, and you understand yourself as a consumer a little bit better. And then that is
Mm,
a review. What that whole
yep.
thing was just like bash, 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 bash. Don't like, don't like, don't like. Service bad, expensive. Ta 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 ta. Don't come, don't come, don't come. That
Yep.
is not a review. Yeah,
Yep.
first of all. And second of all, if during MCO, I can hardly imagine the shop is being super, super packed. Closing one eye, letting people cut cake, I don't think is a sin. I don't think it's a crime. I don't
Yep.
think taking photos for them is something like very horrible also. So
Yep.
yeah, I think both sides need to balance out a little bit, and then I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with you on the review part. When
Mm,
you put review out there, it should be quite objective.
yeah.
Um, you should really put both sides of the story there instead of
Mm,
just I hate you, I hate you, I
correct.
hate you, I hate you, suck, I hate you, I hate you, I hate
Correct.
you. You're
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
they did this, but they told me this.
Mm,
I feel like when you write a review, you're trying to get an answer from it at the same time. Like just
yes.
you need. I want the business to understand why I'm frustrated instead of
Yes. I want them to improve,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so I can patronize that again. And then if you really will never patronize that again, then just don't write the review. That's how I think people should approach reviews on social media, especially in Malaysia. Malaysian reviews are all fucked up one. Like really fucked up one. They're like, oh, this place not good, this place not good, but they don't tell you why.
We're from Singapore. Sorry, joking.
Yeah. And then you need to, of course, as consumers, I don't expect everyone to do this, but if you can understand where the business is coming from, what concept they're going for, where
Yep,
they're drawing their inspiration from, and how or why they choose to do this and not do that, that is also insight that most consumers, first of all, don't have. And
yep,
there's an argument there to be had that should all businesses be cut and dry like that or whatever lah. So yeah, that's a whole different topic. I don't see Jablu acknowledging their reviews. Yes, they don't, because to them their perspective is it's my perspective. It's my shop. You don't like, you can not come. If you really like me, you like me for my food.
but I think they should at least. I'm not following the trend lah. But let's see what
Mhm.
Sam says here first. Sam says businesses should be open to criticism, either from patronizing customers or not. It shows maturity and also shows that the customer
Yep.
that there's always customer opinion. I like how he didn't say customer is always right. Yes,
Yes.
we should be
Yes.
objective and compassionate. Yeah, I completely
Mm.
agree. When
Completely
you
agree.
are a business, you should always be the bigger person lah. Even though you're
Yes.
wrong or whether you're right, you
Yes.
must always be the bigger person one. Which is
No, it's
great.
not because of a pride thing. You should always be the bigger person as a business because they can hurt you more than you can hurt them. It's as realistic as that. They can hurt you way more than you can hurt them. All right. So shall we move on
Walao,
to the
you
next
see it
topic?
that way, ah? to me, I just think like, hey, you're a business lah, whatever it is. I think like online personality. You know how many people want to fucking bash when in the comments on but I'm like, ugh, I have to set a good example. I have to set a good example. Yeah, a lot
Of
of you
course,
are
that's
just
one thing lah.
a lot of people.
We should set good
Yeah,
examples for the reasonable requirements. There are just a lot of unreasonable people out there. So
yeah.
yeah, but the way choosing the higher road is most of the time correct for a business.
Okay, moving on. Let's go.
Moving on, next topic is our esteemed Dr. Noor Hisham gets vaccinated. Drop the talk or keep it up.
Are you talking about the H one? Are you going to talk about the H one? Is there a
H.
H? Oh, no H one.
What's that?
There was a post that
Uh-huh.
uh, it's quite funny one. Uh, I don't know what. Okay, those who are listening, I don't know whether you all know about it, but basically he got vaccinated, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
Hisham got vaccinated, and the nurse vaccinating him, instead of inserting like this, she inserted it like this, and because she inserted it like this, then they said like, nampak tak tu guys, posisi dia cucuk dalam bentuk H, so it looks like a H, and because it's a H, the ejaan is Yahudi. Moga Allah jauhkan kita dari fitnah ya. It's some whole Islamic thing, very, yeah, it's like, instead of doing this, did this, and it becomes very racial. Yeah,
Yo, what?
yeah,
Okay, that I didn't expect that.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
So I don't know whether you were talking about that or not. Receives
No,
vaccine.
I didn't know. Yeah, he receives his first vaccination in Malaysia. Or like one of the first few people out. Of course, the frontline healthcare people also got it.
Keep it up. Let's go.
Keep it up, but remember to always take your vaccine. Register on the MySejahtera app. Okay,
What?
uh, Malaysian couple, despite MCO, threw their wedding luncheon at a local KFC. Drop
Sorry,
the
come again.
top or keep it up.
Sorry, come
Malaysian
again.
couple, Malaysian couple throws their wedding luncheon despite MCO at a KFC.
Jump top.
Drop the top. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's as simple as that. A Malaysian couple wanted to get their wedding luncheon out, so they just went to KFC and had their wedding luncheon there.
I think them brilliant. You don't need to spend so much on wedding lah. Walao. I think also I have sian. Spend so much on
having
wedding.
having fried chicken for your wedding.
Why
That's
not?
a next
Think about
level.
if Yahweh. You go to weddings, you have 10 course meal. How you're full by like the second dish, third dish that comes out. Then the rest of the 7 dishes, you're always like, you want eat you want eat you want eat eat a bit eat a bit okay, and then all waste already. No point, what? Yeah, fried chicken
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
or fried mushroom.
Okay, got me. Oh, KFC has their new non chicken burger.
I don't know. I don't
Good.
know. I don't know. It says not vegetarian, but it says not chicken. So I am damn lost.
I
I
think
have
it's bio chicken, so it's like grown in capsule, grown
oh
in
really?
somewhere.
Okay.
It's they don't kill an animal for it. Yeah,
Mm,
that's how it's supposedly vegan friendly. They don't kill an animal for it. Mm,
okay.
yep.
Okay.
Okay, next topic. New Mercedes C-Class W206 has launched in Malaysia. Drop the top or keep it up.
Drop the top. I'm pretty sure people want to know.
Oh, oh,
Drop the
like,
top.
like
Go,
the
go
new
first.
C-Class. The new C-Class is beautiful on the interior. I think their interior has jumped not one generation but two.
Mm,
Exterior, I think it looks okay for a new model. It's nothing that wowed me a lot, but the interior is like, oof. Of course, these are just rendered photos. I haven't seen the car in real life.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's Mercedes. For me, I don't think highly of Mercedes, especially the entry level models. I think Mercedes is very much their slogan, the best or nothing. So
Mm,
as consumer, if you got got the money, you buy the best Mercedes or you don't buy. For me, that's
Yep.
just my opinion on Mercedes. Yep.
I never liked their new design language.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
Yeah. My thing is just with Mercedes,
yeah,
it's not
yeah,
great. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Moving on to the next one. It's wow, Mercedes is just that as boring to me. Yeah. Traditional Chinese spittoon gets sold on Amazon as fruit basket.
drop the top, drop the top.
Okay, so this was a product listed on Amazon, and it
Mm.
was a Chinese kind of potty pot.
Yes, yes,
If you ask your mother, you will know that kind of shape, like
yeah,
urn shape, and it's used traditionally in Chinese household for
yep,
their kids to piss in and to poop in,
yep.
and for adults to spit in. It's literally used for that.
I know, but you saw the photos, right? I
Yes,
think
I saw the photos.
so. Oh my god, the one where they put the wine glass.
It's the wine glasses.
I think it looks so good. I was like, okay, what? I think it looks damn good. I really think like, wow, not bad, what? And then they put the French bread, what they call?
The baguette.
Baguette. I was like, okay, what? Appropriate.
Yeah,
I think I think we're gonna go with that. I think.
I think Uncle Roger would disapprove.
Mm,
Yeah. Is
okay.
that all
Anything
the
else?
time we have for today, Bing?
Yes.
Let's
All.
take a few questions. Any more questions from the audience? We can take the questions and call it a day. We're well over time.
Wow. Okay. I'm just going to AJQ, not dumb but rather wrongfully titled, given their limited exposure to investments. We're not here to educate. We are not
Yeah.
here to educate about investments. We're just here to say like, oh, where have we put our money, and just talk about investments. Our experience, yeah, is very limited. We are not claiming to know everything about investments. If you want, please check out Dividend Magic. He is someone that I always go to read up about whatever that's going on. There's also an up and coming Su Yin, I think. Research them, yeah. But yeah,
Mm.
we just go
Yep.
wherever the topic takes us. We share about how we make money. I think that's a bit of entrepreneurship.
Mm, mm,
Uh,
mm, mm.
what else? Can you talk a bit about the specs of the Mercedes?
I know nothing about it. I just know it's a two-cylinder engine, a four-cylinder engine, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
all throughout the brand. It looks good. The main important spec I think they're highlighting in this generation of W206 is the interior infotainment screen. I think that's the thing that they're proudest of. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really care about these C cars, to be honest.
any questions? Nope, they seem to be all talking. Oh, oh, not complaining. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I enjoy any
Thank
live streams.
you.
Thank you for the support. Highly appreciate.
Thank you.
Want
Thank
to hear?
you.
What did AJQ say? uh, Invite HP Tan in. Oh yeah, he want
HP
come
was here.
You want come lor.
Yeah,
Want to
if you want come, we'll kind of just roast you, but yeah,
what else? Thoughts about Proton Satra Neo R3. Is it okay?
never driven before.
I also never driven, but I think it's okay. I yeah, I think it's okay. Get the manual.
Yeah. Why are you considering that on a Drop the Talk podcast or show by Drop the Talk people? Is that even a consideration?
Walao, stress. Really like I stood. I was like shit. I don't know how to reply you.
How about Bitcoin? No experience with it. I know people that do Bitcoin mining. So they basically buy up rooms buy up rooms and CPUs to mine Bitcoin. Yeah, limited experience about it.
Bitcoin, it's trending now. From what I understand, the value will continue to increase.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking into investing in cryptocurrency. So
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone into it yet. I'm still doing a lot of research about it. I also don't really know, still trying to understand, going for a talk on Saturday. So yes, but do keep your eyes peeled because yeah, a lot of the financial analysts have been hinting a lot on cryptocurrency. Their
Yeah.
content has been very heavy on cryptocurrency.
A lot of media has been circulating information about cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I'm not educated enough to talk in at all.
Next time, Julia, wow, Bitcoin mining and drop the top. Oh yeah.
Yeah, servers there. Wow. No, 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 no. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all. I think we're good.
Mm-hmm. Are
Anything
we
else?
good?
Anything? Yeah.
Anything else? Last question, guys. Last question. Calling last question.
I think can chill because it's a bit lag one, so the questions might come in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys doing this weekly? Did I miss last session?
Yes, I'll take that question because Bing is drinking water. Yes, we are doing this weekly. We have last episode was still under the name of Talk Hawk Thursdays,
What
but
did we
now we have last week.
we talk about OnlyFans and sugar babes?
Oh,
Yeah,
that was not
fun.
safe for work episode for sure. If you want to watch, go to Bing's channel. Is it there? Yeah, there. Yeah,
That was
right,
fun,
right,
man.
right here. This way. This way.
Correct,
Man,
correct.
I can't get my direction. Okay, yeah, just watch that episode if you are into not safe for work stuffs. Yeah.
If you guys have OnlyFans account,
OnlyFans is an investment. It's an investment.
oh, sorry. Yeah, I think that's it. Someone asked how do
Okay.
you know what Harley is? I also don't know what Harley is. Sorry.
I don't have motor license.
I like Nathan. Are you talking about Harley Davidson? I think from what I see, they always look damn cool lah. Like wow, Harley
They look
Davidson.
good. For the cloud, I think they are slowly. I'm not sure. It's just maybe my circle. I think they're slowly, not dying out, but like going down in terms of popularity, biking. But
Yeah.
I know they have a hardcore fan base. The sound of Harleys is always damn fucking good.
Unforgettable.
Mm-hmm.
Ducati Scrambler. Yeah, that's the dream. Ducati Scrambler. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Join us next week
Thank you.
where we are
Thank
unsure what
you.
to talk about yet. So if
Thank
you want
you.
anything, please let us know. Go kacau cuyang. You kacau me no point one. You go kacau cuyang at
Yeah.
Ang
I'm
Cuyang.
the I'm the personal assistant that for this show. I do the research. I have a notepad. I have a pen, with notepad with notes and feedback and topics. Yeah, I'm the secretary here.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. If you have any feedback, let us know. Can let me know. Can let Chu Yang know how to improve. Any topics you want us to talk about, whatever it is. Thank you so much, guys. Stay safe out there. Keep sanitized. Anything you want to add, Chu Yang?
Get vaccinated.
Hey, I wouldn't get vaccinated, lor. Ayah. Okay. Bye. Good night.
You're a burden on society.